Alright guys, so this is one of the first steps of doing this brake swap or caliper swap. So here's a brake for the caliper, and we need to take these pins out. I already took one out. We're not going to need these since we're going to be putting on the other S&S engineering ones. So the way I'm doing it is putting this bolt right here and then hammering it or hitting it right here out. And this bolt should be from the stock control arm on a 4.6. Not sure what size it is, but yeah, I mean it screws in there perfectly, so that's what I'm using. And like I said, all I'm doing is hammering it out, and that's it. Alright, I just did the #1 rookie mistake. I didn't freaking record me hitting it out, but it's easy. So these right here, like I said, go in here. Now you gotta do just screw in the bolt and hammer it right here. You can see where this head of the bolt took a beating already, but yeah, that's it. So now that they're both out, we gotta grind some of this lip and press in the new ones. Alright, so as you can see right here, these are the new ones. You can see how they're offset, the hole, and these are the ones that I came with. And this is the new bolts that we're gonna use. But over here, we already completed one, and as you can see, there is some sharpening marks in here that I made just to help me align it better. This mark up here is supposed to go in line with this little edge right here, and this one's supposed to go in line with this edge. And as you can see, it's slightly off, but we went to go test it on the car and still bolted right up. So if you're familiar with these cars where those bolts go to hold the caliper, it's got some wiggle room in there that it just slides in. And yeah, so we already tested it. It does fit. So as long as you can try your best to align these right here, should be good. But in order to make these fit, if you look on the back side, see this bolt right here? If you need to grind the lip, if not it's gonna hit right there. JP. Alright, time to paint them. Alright, let's give them a second coat. Gonna let it dry a little bit, and then paint them again. Probably like another, I don't know, another coat, I think. Might just try to use up the can, to be honest, I don't know. But yeah, looks like they're coming out pretty good. Alright, what's up guys? So right now, as you can see, I got those two wheels on this side. Those are the 18-inch Cobra, I guess, replicas from LMR. They're pretty nice, but eventually they are gonna peel. It's bound to happen.
18 by 9, and then in the rear I got 18 by 10. And then I got these are Cadillac Brembo brakes. So this is the ATS swap that a lot of guys do. You can see here's the little, I don't know what you would call it, the insert from S&S Engineering. And yeah, so all I gotta do is reuse the same rotor that I have on there, and pretty much these will fit, just because I've already test fitted them before. So I've had these calipers already for maybe over a year and a half, a long time. It's just that these calipers do not fit with those VMS wheels, and I would always run these all the time. So that's honestly the reason why I just never put them on. So now that I have these, they do clear the calipers, so I should be good. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off this front wheel, throw on the Cobra one, well, throw on the caliper and the pads and bleed the brakes, and then throw on that wheel. And then the rear will be just easy because I just got to take off my weld and then put this one on. But yeah, hopefully you could get this done pretty quick, and we'll see what it looks like.
JP.
Alright, so now that the rotor's off and the caliper, this shim came with the S&S Engineering kit. So I'm gonna put this on first, and then the rotor. This is to offset the rotor just out a little bit, just so that it could be perfectly aligned with the Brembo caliper. Alright guys, so believe it or not, my camera died on the other side, but we left off with this. So this is the little spacer, and then the rotor goes on here. And the caliper. And like I said, I have already test fitted this a long time ago, so I already know it's gonna fit. Now we gotta put on the, what is it called, the banjo bolt for the brake line. And you might need to buy one, you might not. I don't have to, because when I bought my Cobra brakes from LMR, I believe that it came with these. So I already had switched these, and this bolt fits on these calipers. So I got lucky with that. Just make sure when you do put it, that you got this little brass washer right there the right way, because it's got grooves on one side and then flat on the other. So, you know, just make sure keep that on, because on the other side, when I put the caliper on, it just kept on leaking and leaking, and I had left this little washer on my old caliper. So super important. Also, another thing, whenever you're tightening down this bolt, just go as much as you can, right? Well, right there is all I can go, and then hit this with a hammer, and then you should be able to do it like half a turn more. And I should be able to turn it just about half a turn more. There it is. Okay, that's it. So make sure you do that. I think that's because it's brass or something like that. But my dad's the one who told me about that. So that's good. I'll wipe it down in the back, make sure there's no leaks. Because on the other side, I would clean it and it just kept on running and running. So it should be straight. I'll check it in a bit, but I'm pretty sure it's good. Now we can throw on the brake pads, which is pretty easy. And I'll show you how to do it right now because I was actually confused on how to do it. You know, I'm new to this Brembo life, so I'll show you right now. All right, so here are the brake pads, right? And I've been seeing a lot of videos of almost everybody puts anti-seize or anti-seize right here, and I'm not honestly sure what for. I guess obviously so it doesn't get stuck or something, I don't know, but I'm gonna go ahead and add some, just a little, spread it with my finger all around the brake pad. And this is the side that's gonna be away from the rotor, obviously. That looks good. All right, and then the brake pads look almost the same, except this one has this little tiny bracket right here. My dad said it was something about it's supposed to notify you, I guess, whenever your brakes are low. I guess it'll make an ugly screeching sound, and hopefully, you know, you're smart enough to not let it get to that point, right? But so that's gonna go on the back side and slide it in there. Boom, there's one. And here's the other one. Slide it in. Boom. Now we have to slide in our 2 pins that we got. These right here. This is the part where you're gonna hammer it in from the back side out. And then here's the bracket. This bracket is gonna go this way. So we're gonna put this one first. Guide it through the brake pad hole right there, and then try to line it up with the other brake pad. Then I got this right here, a center punch. I'll use this. All right, sounds solid, like it's going all the way through. Make sure it goes all the way through, because if you don't, then this brake pad right here is gonna be loose. It's gonna have to play up and down, so you don't want that. Like I said, this is gonna go this way, right? Scoop it under here, and now when you put this next one, you're gonna have to put some pressure on this and bend this down to be able to slide in that next pin. So we're gonna put this right here, put pressure down, like I said, feed it in through the back. She goes. Hit the brake pad. All right, well, there she is. There is the Brembos on the car. Now we gotta bleed the calipers on both sides, and I should be able to just put these front wheels on and be set. But honestly, it's not too bad of a process. It's just, it can be like, I don't know, like confusing to most people, or kind of intimidating, because you don't know, like, well, you want to order the right caliper, and then you want to make sure you get the right kit from S&S Engineering. You want to make sure you get the right brake pads. What else? And the brake line. And then on top of that, you need to make sure that this is gonna fit onto your wheels. Now, I'm not too sure on specs about that, but as far as like my application, like for me, I noticed that it did not fit on my VMS wheels. So for sure not on VMS wheels. It's just for some reason these did not clear the Brembo. It was rubbing on the, where was it? Oh, it wasn't rubbing at the top, it was rubbing on here. So definitely the offset of the wheel matters. but any 18-inch wheel I guess will fit. Just depends on the offset. It's confusing, but you're gonna have to do some research on that. Alright guys, so here's the car. Looks pretty good. I definitely missed the chrome, that's for sure. But I need a bigger back tire in the rear. I'll get a new one or a new pair later, but for now, it looks good. Here's a Brembo's. Definitely need some more brake fluid, so I'm gonna go to O'Reilly's, go buy some brake fluid and drive the car around and see how the brakes feel. My brakes do feel a little soft. I mean, we already bled the brakes. We started here, then went to the driver rear, passenger, and then the driver's side. So we did bleed all four, but it still feels a little weird. So I'm gonna drive it, take it for a spin, see how it feels. So here's the car at night. Car's super dirty, but looks good with the wheels. And yeah, still got other things I want to do. I'm low-key thinking about putting a Terminator bumper in the front. I'm not gonna sell this front bumper. I'm not. I just want to have the choice to be able to switch both of them. And I'm gonna go back to putting the stock tail lights. I'm not gonna sell these either. I'm gonna hold on to them. And probably lower the back and put a fatter tire for the street setup. But thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate it. I know I've been MIA. I'm always working. And I'll be in Montana a couple months. I'll visit home when I can. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. And again, thank you guys for all the love and support as always. Peace.